Hello everyone. So happy to have you back. Do you guys like my shirt? I'm filming this on Halloween weekend, so I just heard a scary noise. So like topical. Oh my god. So this conversation is inspired in part by Liam Payne's passing, and it's been about 2 weeks, and I don't want to sound at all like I'm joking about the fact that was very tragic. I was a directioner. I wasn't like so hardcore, like I wasn't making edits about these boys or like reading fanfic. That just wasn't, I was reading fanfic about other things. It just wasn't them. But I did like their music a lot. I didn't get into their music until Best Song Ever. So before that, I was very much like, I'm not like other girls, like I don't like One Direction, like that's so lame. But I did really like them and their music, and I would listen to their music so much. So the fact that he died felt so surreal, just very strange. It was a very strange feeling, especially since it was Liam. Because obviously for the past couple years, y'all, we cannot lie, we've been making fun of this man, the little dances that he would do on stage, and also just uncovering that he wasn't also a very great person. We did not like this person as of lately. Jesus Christ, I thought somebody was coming out to my car, and I'm like alone. Oh my god, Halloween is like really here. I don't like that. So I think everybody kind of had, or at least for me, I had very mixed emotions. It's a very bitter feeling, but also I think nostalgia is what was mainly pushing the feeling of sadness. You know, obviously you're going to be sad no matter like a person die, you know, but like I think we were just feeling like, oh my god, like how did this happen? How is this happening? He was 31. It feels like 2 years ago they were on stage together, and like Zayn left the band. Like that does not feel that long ago, and now he's not alive anymore. It just doesn't feel real in so many ways. It just doesn't feel real. So there's this like inner battle, I think, that I was feeling, and I think some other people probably were feeling too, where it's like I'm mourning the nostalgia of who that man was to us, you know, and also mourning like he's gone and he's not going to get a chance to redeem himself, or we're not going to get to see him grow and be different. I mean, literally in the weeks before his death, so many things were being exposed about him. Like it's sad. And I kind of was just thinking about celebrity dumb in general, like celebrity, whatever. Just the phenomenon of celebrities and having fame and being a celebrity and everything. And I was just thinking, it's so strange. You know, in the wake of like Liam's death, his family found out through the media that he passed. Parts of it, I think it was like his sister talked about how she found out along with all of us. Like, imagine like your sibling, your cousin, your parent dies and you find out because Google notified you of a TMZ article. Celebrities have no privacy, even in death, which is so sad, right? And I just was thinking about the phenomenon of fame and how strange it is, and how strange it is that we partake in it. You know, as not famous people, we partake. That's why there are famous people, because we as not famous people decide that these are going to be the people that we essentially worship. Like, it's like, if we're not going to sugarcoat it, that's what it is. And I am not on a high horse right now. I love celebrities. Like, I love it. I have my favorites. I talk about them, you know, and I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, we should not be worshiping these people. Like, we should not be giving them our money. We should not be following them, talking about them, because I give them my money. I follow them. I talk about them. I do that. But I can also recognize it is strange, you know, and I think there are lines that we have to like follow, and like boundaries that we have to set with ourselves, and all these things that we don't have, like, what is it called? Parasocial relationships and everything like that. Like, there are lines, you know, boundaries, whatever. And it's fun. It's fun to like talk about celebrities and like hold them on this pedestal because they feel like they're not real. Right? And I think that's really what I started thinking about so much, is how celebrities feel like fake people. But I think this day and age, it's getting so much harder for celebrities to stay that. I think there was a time where celebrities could just be these like characters that we like followed and stuff like that. I'm talking like 2000s, the 90s, in the past, before social media, before the access to knowledge and the access to people's lives that we have now, I think it was easier for celebrities to just be celebrities and for us to just, there was less harm in us, like, kind of just talking about them or assuming things about them and blah, 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 because there was a separation. We didn't know everything about them. So, like, when stories would come out about them, like, it didn't feel like we were talking about real people. But now, with social media, with all these things, it's so much harder to just talk about celebrities or at least for me, it feels weird when you really get down and think about it. Like, I don't know Ariana Grande, but I know so much about her. I've never met her, but I know so much about her. And these are real things. These aren't made up things. It's not the character Ariana Grande that I know. It's a person, Ariana Grande, that I know so much about. And I've been following since she was whatever old. I think it's harder now to be a celebrity, and it's getting weirder to follow celebrities because it feels like stalking. And I think as a celebrity, I mean, we see Chappell Roan, and I, like, love the way that she's, like, I know that's a hot topic, and people might not like that because whatever, but I honestly like the fact that she's saying, like, hey, I'm a real person, stop following me, stop calling me this, whatever. I think what she's doing is going to create a change, and I hope other celebrities follow suit, because I don't think it's okay that we know so much about these people, and I don't think that I don't think it's right that it comes with a territory. I think of, like, Bad Bunny, who is, like, this ultra celebrity now, but he wasn't always that. He was a boy on an island who just liked music, and obviously he wanted to be famous, but I don't think that people who want to be famous and people who want to make art for lots of people who for lots of people to listen to, should also sign a contract to give their lives away to us. And then we now have right to everything that they do and everything that happens to them, we must know. And I think that's something that Bad Bunny has, like, suffered, like, through or whatever. I hate saying suffered because that feels like, okay, but he's famous and he has so much money but it's true. Like, everybody's problems in their lives, we can't discredit them. And celebrities do deal with that feeling of not having any privacy and that their lives are not their own, So I think I've seen it in him as well, where, like, this ultra stardom is so shocking and it changes you and you have no grip on life, especially when you just come from a background, like, very humble beginnings or everything like that. You're not used to being watched by millions and millions and millions of people and having them say whatever they want about you and assume whatever they want about you. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal that when you die, your family finds out through tabloids. It's not normal that when you go through a breakup, everybody knows as soon as it happens. Like, this stuff it isn't normal. I have this theory that's kind of my, like, end point, is that I think that, or at least I hope, and I think with all the change that is happening, some celebrities are trying to make the boundaries that they're trying to draw. I think it's going to incite a change on how we consume media and people and artists and things like that. It's not going to be a quick change at all, because obviously things are already set, like, how they are. My hope, my theory and my hope, like, this isn't backed on anything, it's just something that I'm hoping, is that my grandkids won't have celebrities that they're, like, looking up to, or, like, celebrities that they're, like, worshiping. What inspires me to think that and to hope for that and to theorize that is that I've seen in the younger generations and the younger people is that we don't really like the idea of a polished celebrity, like a polished, like, Kardashian-esque, someone who has no flaws and is just this, like, poster person, like, very, like, flawless. I think we've disconnected from that. I think we realize that that's not reality. It's not something we connect to. That's kind of why there's a fall of the Kardashians happening, because they're not relatable. It's not relatable anymore. They were at one point a little bit, like, it was fun to be like, oh, like, it's not relatable anymore, and they're falling from fame. This idea of just someone with no flaws and someone who you just could never be like, so you just can only hope to be like them, I think that is a lot less desirable to the younger generations coming up, because it's gotten old. It's gotten old, like, to just, like, have people that are perfect. I think younger people really relate to people that present themselves so much more just flawed, and, like, it gets boring to follow somebody who's perfect. And it also gets messy. When a scandal comes out about, like, your favorite, like, celebrity or whatever, you kind of just pretend like you never liked them. Like, everything that's going on with Kanye. Like, people who are diehard fans of Kanye, now they just have to, like... I think we're gonna get really tired of standing people and then them failing us because they're literally human beings. Like, they are not perfect people. We're not in the days of, like, Britney Spears or whatever, like, those, like, kinds of celebrities where it was, like, whatever we knew about them was what their publicist decided to publicize about them. Now it's, like, you can read tweets that this person tweeted when they were 12 and, like, cancel them for whatever. It's scary, and I think we're gonna get tired of it. I think we're gonna get tired of canceling people. I think we're just never even going to stand people, I think, at a certain point. That's at least my hope. As time goes on, we're going to stop giving our blind support and blind worship to people, to celebrities, because we're going to continue to see things like this happen. And I think it would be good. I think it would be good for us as a society, as human beings, to stop putting people on pedestals. And I'm not on a high horse. I love a pedestal, okay? I love putting people on a pedestal. It's fun. But it's not fun when that person gets canceled and you have to be like, Yeah, I guess that's my whole point, is I think that it was very sad to see, obviously, Liam Payne's death. And, like, I won't go into, like, everything that Liam Payne, like, suffered through in his life and substance abuse and all these things, but I think that fame did not help him as a, like, it's sad. I think that fame destroys people, and I think we're going to continue to see the pattern, and hopefully, as the generations pass, we will say, hey, maybe we can just enjoy people's art and not make them gods, you know? Maybe we'll start to see the pattern. Like, oh, this isn't even fun for them. Fame is not even fun for them. Like, it's not. It's weird. It's getting weird, guys. So I hope that my grandkids do not stan people. I hope that stan culture dies in the next, like, 50 years. I hope that we go back to, like, music is just music and, like, whatever, and, like, or, like, art is just art, or people are just people. And that sounds so, like, oh, guys, we need to touch grass. But we do need to touch grass! Sorry, but we do need to touch grass. A little bit. Because this is gonna keep happening. Fame is not healthy for people. It's not even good for us to put people on a pedestal. It's disappointing. And people are real people. People are real. People are flawed. And I'm just going to leave it at there. I feel like I've kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. And I also am going to be late for work now. So sorry if I was talking a little bit fast or if it seemed like I was in a rush. It's because I'm in a rush. But I was like, I'm not going to have time to film this. But I did my makeup for this. So I wasn't going to not film anything. So I was like, let me just talk about Liam Payne and make something out of it. Because, yeah, it's been on my mind a lot. That whole idea of how weird it is to be a celebrity, worship celebrities, and the consequences of it. Like, the consequences of fame are horrible, and I just hope that somehow things will change eventually, or just the dynamic of it. I don't know, whatever. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me yap in my car right before work. I'm gonna be late, but thanks for listening. Follow, what is it? Like, subscribe and like and comment. Yeah, bye. I don't know.